In the personal story segment tonight, an environmental militant shot dead in Silver Spring, Maryland. About 1 p.m. yesterday, 43-year-old eco-terrorist James J. Lee took several hostages at the Discovery Channel headquarters. Somehow NBC News got this lunatic on the phone while he was in the building.
No one has been shot. Do you have a gun? I have a gun, and I have a bomb. I have several bombs strapped to my body, ready to go off. I have a device that if I drop it, I'll explode.
He was later shot and killed by authorities after he pointed his gun at one of the hostages. But here's something you may not know if you're getting your news from the dinosaur media. This guy was a far-left loon and a big fan of Nobel Prize-winning environmentalist Al Gore. But there's more. Listen to CNN's Rick Sanchez trying to provide context for the hostage-taking terrorist.
He's a bit of an activist, a guy who truly believes, seemingly in his heart, that he needs to do all he can to save the planet. Most watching this would argue he may have taken it way too far on this day by endangering the lives of people in this building, as he seems to be doing right now.
Oh, you think he might have gone too far? Joining us now from Los Angeles to discuss the less than honest media coverage is Ann Coulter, best-selling author and purveyor of AnnCoulter.com. Now, Ann, when I watched Sanchez yesterday providing this background, this context, in his heart, he believed these things. I thought, I'd predict a lot of things at some of these cable networks, but probably not something that egregious. Your reaction?
Don't pick on my friend Rick Sanchez.
Oh,
he's
sorry.
nice to me, so he's nice to a killer.
Okay, excellent.
He's just genuinely nice to everyone.
Okay.
I mean, there are going to be nuts who are fans of all sorts of things out there. That church killer down in Tennessee was citing Bernie Goldberg's book. The Craigslist killer was a fan of mine. So I don't think you can jump quickly the way liberals always do to this guy was a fan of, a particular political view and then he killed someone. But in this case, well, there are 2 points to be made. One is, overall, the political violence is heavily committed by liberals, white liberals, I might add. And secondly, in this case, the environmentalist nuts, I mean, this is their end goal, not just the ones who pull out the guns. It is the elimination of humans, as I described in great detail in my book, Godless. You had that Paul Ehrlich, I think his name is, who wrote the book in the 70s, The Population Bomb.
Population Control.
Yeah. Predicting the end of England within 10 years. Well, right now the Sierra Club is still recommending that book. They want us to have fewer children to limit the growth of humans. We're not supposed to eat meat. We're supposed to eat grass and live like the cows.
It's a save the whales, abort the babies approach to life, right? And this guy represented that mindset. And I think you're right. Conservatives don't go around extrapolating from the criminal acts of a nut and say, okay, all liberals who are engaged in helping Al Gore are responsible for this. We're just pointing out the selective moral outrage expressed by the left in the American media, which, if this shoe were on the other foot, this would be the news that would have probably swamped Hurricane Earl today.
But it is more than that. I mean, they do not like humans. They don't want there to be as many humans. They want there to be more earthworms. We have to shut down dams that allow people to live because humans are a blight on the earth. You can't say it is a direct extension from the left's, high tax policy that they're trying to kill humans. You can say that with the environmentalists.
Yeah, and also, remember at the Emmy Awards this week where Jack Kevorkian gets this resounding applause among the Hollywood elite. Oh, exactly. Al Pacino's doing a shout-out to Kevorkian. Oh, hey, Jack, you're a good man. I mean, so this is what they celebrate in the fancy culture. Now, Ann, we have to talk about all this buzz out there about you and Dancing with the Stars. Were you, in fact, asked to go on Dancing with the Stars, yes or no?
Yeah, it was a while ago, actually, and I must say, I like the show. It's a great show. They do a good job. Instead of saying no immediately, I did consider it for 30 seconds because they pay a lot of money to be on Dancing with the Stars. I can see why they get great people to do it, but it's not for me.
Well, Ann, I've skied with you, and let me just say, for all the times you beat me down the hill, you would have been great in Dancing with the Stars, and we would have paid to see you dancing with Tom DeLay, as long as he didn't wear the brown spandex. Okay, you would have been great. Ann, it's great to see you as always.
Thank you.